Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you for joining me today on Big Drone Flyer 77. And yes, this is not a drone because you know I love these little RC cars too. So this is what I always started off with back in the 1980s and up through the 90s to the early 2000s. But yeah, my channel is called Big Drone Flyer, but I still love getting these RC cars. Today I have for you is the WRX Drift Shark. This is from GPTOYS, so thank you GPTOYS for sending this out to me. This one is 2.4 gigahertz radio system. This one is a 126 scale, and it's four-wheel drive. It's a drift car, so you got about an 18-minute time of driving with this, and it takes about 100 minutes to charge it. So I'm going to go ahead and open this thing up. We're going to take a look at what's inside, and then we'll go for a drive, so stay tuned for that. Alright guys, I got everything out of the box. One thing I love about GPTOYS is they got a very awesome manual here. It says the car does 18 miles an hour, which I think it's a little less than that when I took it for a drive. But it's just fully detailed. I mean, every part that comes with it, or if you need to replace parts, it's got it here, you guys. I'm going to try to get this focused. Here we go. You know, just anything that needs to be replaced, they got it well detailed. They got a lot of color pictures in here for you, so that makes it super nice. So I love their manuals. That's one good point with GPTOYS. I appreciate them doing that. You got an awesome controller here. You press the power button, everything's lit up. It's ready to bind right now. And it didn't bind anything, but it went ahead and locked in. But it tells you how many volts are with the batteries. And here you got 4 AA's. If I open this up, it's kind of spring loaded, so I'm going to do about that far. They'll pop out, but you got 4 AA's. Shut that back off. Got all the trim buttons here. This controller probably was used for something else because it has like a camera and a video button here. Got a really nice wheel. It's full proportional steering. So take a look at the little kit here. You got the balance port charger here, USB charger, so it'll flash green when it's charging. Once it's charged, it'll go red. You got the little Phillips screwdriver, plus you got 4 extra clips, little spacers for the springs, for the shocks, and you got 4 extra body clips, which is really nice. I'm glad they supply that because sometimes those get lost. Let's go ahead and pull these little body clips off here so we can take a look inside. Got a little brush motor in there. I don't know what size it is, to be honest with you guys, so I apologize. It doesn't say in the paperwork. It might in the book, but I didn't really look at it. But it's a little brushed motor in here. The battery here is a 7.4 volt. Let me unplug it here. Which got a JST connector on there, so they might have used this battery for something else. You could take this clip off and pull the battery out, or it's actually got a big enough gap to pop the battery out of here, so you don't have to worry about pulling that clip off. But the battery here is a 7.4 volt 400 milliamp, which it says about 18 minutes of drive time, and I think it's about 100 minutes of charge time. So you also got about 60 to 80 meters is the range for this one, so which isn't too bad. But as you can see, it's got full proportional steering. It is 4-wheel drive, so you can see it's all 4-wheel drive. And this is my first drift car, so you're going to see my run here. I'm not professional at it. It's my first time running a drift car, which is actually really fun, you guys. Got a nice little spongy bumper here on the front and back. And it's just springs for the shocks, so it does have 4 independent suspension. So, but it is pretty nice, you guys. It's not too bad at all. So anyways, let's go ahead and get this thing out on the pavement and see how it does.
Alright guys, I was going to do some drone flights today, but it is windy as heck out here, so you're going to hear a lot of wind. I'm going to go take this little car out here and give it a run. This car from GPTOYS, so the Drift Shark. Let's see how good this drifts. I'm not a drifter, so you are going to see some bad driving. Alright, looks like it's bound. Make sure I turned it on here. underneath here. There's an on and off switch. There we go. Alright, let's give this thing a shot. Yeah, that's definitely a drift car. That thing's pretty cool. Definitely gets squirrely if you don't know how to drive a drift car. If you let off the trigger, it won't spin out so much. You full throttle it, it's going to spin and start drifting. I guess not too bad for driving a drift car for the first time. It's a small one, but it's fun. Oh yeah, any little bumps in the road, it will definitely start getting it spin. Those little rocks, that's why it's spinning out. There's a bunch of little pebbles out here. Pretty cool little car. That thing's fun as heck, man. I'd like to have a bigger one. But for the size, the thing's pretty fun. It's got a small antenna inside. I'll probably drill a hole on top of the body and run the antenna through the top. But I don't think you're really going too much for range on this thing.
Alright guys, hey, the Drift Shark. What a cool little drift car. I really liked it. I appreciated GPTOYS for sending this out. It's my first drift car. I may change out these wheels later. These are hard plastic, so it'll drift and things like that, but super bouncy, so, you know, because it's hard plastic, so I may change those out later and see what it does. You hit any gravel or anything like that, or any like cracks in the road or anything, it's pretty much dead in the water, or it's going to flip over. So, but other than that, this thing's definitely super cool for my first drift car. Thanks again, GPTOYS. Thank you guys for watching. It's always a pleasure doing these reviews for you guys, so you can see what you're getting when you purchase something. So I'll leave a link for this car. It's on Amazon, so it'll be GPTOYS, and it's the Drift Shark. So, alright guys, like always, God bless, cheers, and happy driving.